Welcome back, Amiibros, to Mission 22 of Devil May Cry. In the last episode, we made our way to Mundus' throne room, where in this episode, a legendary battle is about to take place. Before heading into this mission, be sure to stock up on as many Devil Stars as you possibly can, as well as purchasing a Vital Star and an Untouchable. It pays to go unprepared against the mighty Emperor himself. Once you have what you need, proceed and get ready for the fight of your life.
Face a Sparta. Strange fate, isn't it?
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
Irony has favored you this time. Look, there.
Trish!
Don't even think about it. Blink. She dies.
You!
So sad that humans will always be humans. No more. Has the Sparta blood been spoiled over the ages? Now, die!
Trish! Trish! No!
Useless scum. Failure is one thing, but taking an odd behavior like that. What is the matter? It is time to end your pitiful life.
How much longer are you going to keep zapping? Come out and show yourself, Mundus!
What's this? Mundus is evolving! Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na.
Those eyes. Deep in them, I see the same light as in Sparta's eyes.
Why my mother?
That useless being. If you need a mother, I can create it. As many as you want. Just like I created Trish.
Silence!
With our new form, it's time to lay the smackdown on Mundus. Mundus is a two-phase boss fight consisting of an on-rails fight section for the first phase and an action section for the second phase. For the on-rails section, you're just going to be making your way to Mundus while dodging his myriad of attacks and firing runes to break up the 4 orbs holding up his shield. You won't be able to damage Mundus unless you take care of that shield, so Make sure your aim is good, and destroy those 4 orbs. Destroying the 4 rune orbs that make up Mundus' shield is actually quite beneficial, as destroying them will add runes to your DT meter. Instead of devil triggering, like Dante already has, Dante now has access to an ultimate attack that is his most devastating attack for this section, and can shave off Mundus' health bar rather quickly. So if you spend time grinding red orbs in order to buy purple orbs and max out your DT gauge, you potentially have access to one of the most devastating attacks in the whole game. And if you have the skills necessary to avoid whatever Mundus throws at you, you can end this flight section pretty quickly. While we're on the subject of what Mundus can throw at you, let's talk about it. Mundus' attacks consist of raining down meteors and lightning, hurling rocks, summoning a shit ton of lasers, as you see just now that you'd almost confuse it for a 2D shooter. And what his most devastating attack is when he fires a gigantic white beam at you, which can be fired either vertically or horizontally. You can actually predict which direction Mundus is going to be firing that beam if you pay attention to his head. If he aims his head up, he's going to be firing the beam up and dragging it down. If he aims his head to the left or to the right, he's going to be dragging it side to side. He certainly has a lot of attacks, and to be fair, they are easy to avoid, depending on your preference. The biggest obstacle in this fight, aside from Mundus himself and his myriad of attacks, are the controls. The controls are inverted. You have no option to change them to up is up and down is down. You have to deal with up is down and down is up. And if you're used to that sort of thing, kudos. This fight just became a little bit easier for you. Me, on the other hand, I suck with inverted controls, and right here is my ultimate attack, and boom! That first section is done. I made that fight look a hell of a lot easier, but trust me, my first time playing that fight, I just could not get used to the inverted controls. I still couldn't. My main method for dealing with that section is literally just circling around and hoping I don't get hit. My performance in that fight was multiple playthroughs as well as multiple deaths, teaching me how to be better in that section. Fuck that section. Again, another sign that Devil May Cry 1 really would have benefited from custom button layouts or the option to switch off from inverted controls. And no, that is not too advanced for this kind of game. But as you can see, the fight with Mundus isn't over yet. We're back on land, thank God, and as you can see below my health bar, we can now Devil Trigger with the Sparta, and I recommend you keep the Sparta equipped as your other Devil Arms aren't going to be as effective here. Look at that range, Jesus! Where was this kind of power back in Malay Castle? Certainly would have helped against Nightmare, that's for sure. As much of a power trip as an Unleashed Sparta is, Mundus still has plenty of tricks up his sleeve to make this a pretty challenging boss fight. For starters, he took a page out of our book and is now summoning his very own Lava Dragon. I recommend you take care of that Lava Dragon immediately, as it will hound you throughout this fight. But Mundus' most deadly obstacle, and the most challenging of all, is just getting to the fucker. Yes, we have to platform our way up to Mundus. The evil bastard saw how much trouble we were having platforming our way across Malay Island and figured he could use that against us. Fuck you, Mundus, alright? Just fuck you. He could even crush the very platform you're standing on if you're in front of him for too long. Fortunately, he is generous enough to leave rune orbs, so if we ever need to fill up our DT meter, just attack the big rune orbs and just try and climb your way up to Mundus. Fortunately, we can still use air hike with Sparta equipped. But after enough slashing away at his chest, Mundus is done. Farewell, you evil bastard. May you rot in the underworld for the shit you put me through.
My mother risked her life for me, and now you too. I should have saved you. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light! This was my mother's. Now I'm giving it to you. My father's also here now. Rest in peace.
Despite how long this episode is, the reason why my clear time is so long is because, well, I had to edit out a death. Yep, first time I used a yellow orb in this playthrough. Mundus' second phase does not fuck around. Aside from his attacks being pretty lethal, the platforms are also suspended above lava, and as I said, Mundus can destroy those platforms, so, fuck you, Mundus. But, next time on Devil May Cry is the finale, where we escape Malay Island. See you guys then.